I'm ready for what I think is probably near the end of this game. I think I got myself a little bit mentally prepared. I got some water, went to the restroom, was like, okay, Ryan, I know this is going to be fucking something, so let's... I mean, I know this is pour the holy water in this. I'll do the thing I saw a tutorial of earlier, where, like, it'll pour holy water down someplace. Should I do that now? Before I do that, I'm going to do the thing which I think, pretty sure will trigger all this happening. Which is, I probably go over here and try to open this up, and something's going to go really wrong. Or maybe she's going to come through here, right? She's having a Pathfind dumb moment there. Don't mind me, man. The problem is I have to come back here, so I'm like... Fuck my life. What? Did you really not notice that? I got holy water. I would look, but I need to hold out for a second. Oh boy. Just got a hacksaw. I'm assuming it's like a time-based thing of how much can you hacksaw? Both because of pathfinding and just getting a little more used to this, so... I mean, I probably did something to her in the past. It's probably... that's the problem with knowing too many Thai horror films is almost all of them. One of the characters is guilty of something. Ghosts are usually in these movies because I'm fucking guilty of something in fucking Thailand. So it's probably I did something terrible, and that's why I'm fucking haunted as hell right now. There's something with Jane. I've got theory, nothing that's like concrete. I'm like, oh, that's exactly what happened. I just have like, it's mostly general gist. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty certain that that's to do with it. No, I would sneak out. It sounds like she's really close. Okay, I'm gonna sneak out like an idiot. I figured out where she was even. That fucking hacksaw. I was about to say this is problematic. I know where she is. But I figured it out. catch you, right?
What the hell is happening?
Not what I would have hoped would have happened. Oh boy. Sacred water, go! It's okay, I'm only slightly filled with blood, don't mind me. Fucking hacksaw it, man. Come on! There's only so much hacksawing I can do until it's too much hacksawing. Just hiding in the blood and green. Come on, we cannot do this forever. I guess we can. Okay, okay, like seriously. Fucking go out of here now. Come on, man, let me fucking leave. I chose the worst hiding spot, it turns out. She goes to the left here. It's the only possible chance I have to get the fuck away from her. Even that's a terrible one, but it's the closest thing I have to. Fuck! This is this. There's no way she can see me going in here. I'm fucking dead. Oh, that's so much terrifying. Hi! At least I gotta see that with that face. Okay, where's it gonna checkpoint me? Probably the beginning, because it's like I think there's a certain amount of time I need to be hackering at this. So hickory, hackery, hack. I'm gonna hack a hack a hack. Save me, cuties! I've got a single cutie to live. Don't hide in lockers if she sees you, because that actually kills you. You don't get a QT for that. She just kills you. I bet I'm going to start right when I got the hacksaw. It's okay. Oh, this is even a little bit further back than I thought it was. Let's see what we got. Well, memorize where all these locations are and where they will spout it out. So there's that there, which made a holy circle here because that's where the intersection was. I'm just kind of memorizing where they all are at the moment. There's one there. There's one here. There's one in the middle there I kind of forgot about. It's a good thing I just re-saw that right now. There's one kind of in this weird spot here. There's one there. So far there, let me also count them. There's 1, 2, 3. I wonder if I hit them with all of them or not. 4, 5. There's 5 there. 6. 7. And yeah, I think there's 8 total here, because I think the last one is right there. It's either 7 or 8, so I got an idea of where they all are now. I just noticed the meter to the left of it, see how much it's completed. Yeah, there's a meter of how much I need to break it before it's good. Got it. That's helpful. I only just noticed the meter right now too, so I feel silly for not missing it earlier. Also, if I holy water her more than a few times, it starts becoming more difficult, so I'll keep that in mind. I'm just gonna start off with this before things get complicated. I feel like I could just do all of it right here if I really put my mind to it. It was kind of cool seeing the blood river thing, though. I can almost think if I could defeat her like that, I'm assuming. Like, maybe if I use all 8, maybe it's enough to defeat her, or maybe it's just distraction stuff to get more time. She came back pretty shortly after I did this stuff, so... Lure her over here, because I'm kind of figuring out how to cheat her pathfinding a little bit. Haha! Don't mind me, I'm a sneaky sneak. If I could have gone a little bit longer than I did, but yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just cutting through. Boo-ba-bee-ba-boo. I've been looking at the saw. I know I only just noticed the bar myself, because I wasn't the only one. I only just noticed it right then. But how much that signifies the hacksaw thing. The more I get done just by doing it like this, the easier it'll be for me. I'm learning how I can lure her away also. Because that lures her this way, but if I walk over here, I'm going to find a way to really cheat her badly. Wow, this is really working out. I can't believe it. Because she goes over there when I start hacksawing. If I stand over here, she starts going the opposite way. Cheap stats found. I let her go over there now. Well, at least I figured out a real way to cheese the hell out of her. Because she always goes to the right, I'm noticing. Whenever she could find me easier the other way. It was like she's predetermined to go this direction if she's over there. way too long before I did this. Speed running strats. It's always the spirit. Fortunately, it's the thing where I'm noticed a little bit too much. I've seen her too many times. I've kind of figured out how she kind of works, and because I kind of know how she works, I know how she does like this path thing where she determines what's the best path for her to take at certain intervals. Okay, yeah, this is good. There we go, send her back that way. Good. Now she's gonna come to this side again. I'll send her back.
What the hell is happening?
They're like, you cheated too much. I like how it just automatically happens just because I've been cheating too much. They're like, dude, you've been doing this all you've seen the cool stuff in Holy Wire enough times. You gotta fucking do that. I think the strategy still works though. It actually makes it easier to see her now too. Yeah, my cheap strategy still works. Like, dude, don't you want to use some of those holy candles? I'm like, nah, the strategy's working fine. There we go. Outside some more. Okay, so that's good. Good is good, still working. Okay, so she's going this way, she got a little more that way. Trying to determine if it's getting like flooded naturally or if it's a certain amount of bone saw which is currently affecting it. Hacksaw it. Send her back on this pathway. I think I'm about to cut through it too. She's behind me. I already just saw her. Hey, don't cheat, I'm asking you bunny though, didn't tell me to. But did it. Of course, the door is locked behind me. Frankly, though, it's a bit easier to see when it becomes red like this. What the fuck? Of course, I can barely move right now. It's like the same at the beginning. Oh boy, oh boy. Don't want to look behind you, but I'm trying to fight through this guy. He himself really. Cinematic death? Oh, she's looking at them. She's telling me to get the fuck out of here. This door, I assume. She's still crying over there. Okay, time to go to my least favorite building again.
I have to find her. Where are you, Jane?
I know it's kind of their fault for reusing that fucking ghost boxcar ghost so much. I figured out how she worked because okay, so I actually do like this, but there is some big things I'm going to talk about at the end of this. I've already sort of talked about them. I want to talk about them in depth. Jane's diary on May 27, 2013. The dagger is the only thing that could help me. The dagger given me by the novice monk. Tim might have thought that I was being gullible about this. I had to keep it away from him. Behind the cupboard would do. If Tim would help, then I'd do it all by myself. I've not gone crazy. Well, that's questionable. Wait. I looked away for a second and the light turned off. Am I infinitely looping? No. Piece of a mysterious photograph. So I've been collecting this whole entire time. How much of that do I have completed? Jane, the sit-in spirit. Guess it's not that. Jane. No. I forget where these pictures are even collecting. Is it like here? Does it count as part of Jane's diary? I feel like it wouldn't be. Jane. Pieces of a mysterious photograph. Okay, I've collected 6 out of 9. I don't think I've got them all. Definitely missing some. And I feel like I'm pretty close to the end of the game, so it is what it is, I suppose. Moving on along. Don't startle. This is like infinitely going. I'll try in a second. I'm pretty sure they won't make me go this long if it were the case, but yeah. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure I'm right now. I'm just gonna try going the other way for a bit and see what happens. Oh, there's red strain. I'm either supposed to be looking for a candle to break the loop, or I'm missing. I'm gonna look up for a while as I go. Okay. I'm noticing. I'm trying to see. I'm gonna pay attention to a certain pattern to see when it loops again. If it loops again. Okay, I think I just saw it loop again. Pay attention to it one more time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm looping. Oh, or I'm not. Okay, that works too, I guess. Well, found the door at the long end of a long pathway for some reason. So roll as we go, as we go. And now we're back home. Now she said she hit me.
What's happening?
Well, I entered through the front door this time, which, yeah, now she said she hid something behind the cupboard, so I guess that's what we're looking for. Given there's a lot of cupboards in your house, so I don't really know where to begin with that one. How about we look over here? In a post-PT world, it's hard to do lawn corridors without people suspecting loops. Well, it's not even PT, it's just, those were games that did the fucking looping corridor long before PT, and so I've always been suspicious of them. They've appeared in a number of horror games I've played over the years. It's not something, it's just something which has kind of always been there, and so whenever there's a super long corridor, you start suspecting yourself, is this looping? It's been a trope for a while. I think maybe one of the more popular examples is the looping staircase in Mario 64, for example, which is where most people first encountered the looping sort of systematic. Let's go up here. Yeah. Hell, I fucking did it in one of my games before PT was even a thing, so I'm like, oh boy. Checking. Looking around. Will this door open? It's never been open. I know it said check behind the cupboard, but the house is kind of a mess, so I'm just kind of looking around. That's an interesting prayer thing that you have going on there. My bedroom is surprisingly well lit when nothing else is. This is technically behind the cupboard there, wouldn't you think? Can't get behind it, though. Pictures to comfort. I'm gonna go over here before I go too crazy and check out the bathroom. Because check out the bathroom's just too insane for me. I actually don't mind a lot of PT imitators. Like, I'm sure this game has some... This game, which I'm playing right now, Home Sweet Home, it obviously has some Outlast, Amnesia, and PT influence, as well as some other Thai horror stuff that's kind of doing its own thing, but you can definitely see the influence those three games have had on this one, so... Checking on down. Can't go check the cupboard. Is this bathroom open? No, it's locked. Okay. So I know the note, Jane's diary, the last entry, which I think is this one. Is it? No, this is the first entry, which means I have to go like way down here. Alright. This, whatever this year this is. Oh, there's even a picture. If I had noticed that, that would have helped. The dagger is the only thing that could help me. The dagger given me to me by Novus Monk. Tim might have thought that I had been gullible about this. I had to keep it away from him. Behind the cupboard would do, but Tim wouldn't help, and I'll do it all by myself. I've not gone crazy. So I'm looking for something that looks like this. I didn't notice the picture before, but now I do. Ingrain that into my head, because I feel like that's what I'm treasure hunting for right now. So if you guys see a box behind the cupboard, that's where we are headed for. I'm mashing E while I look around all this, just on the very off chance that I just kind of find it mistakenly. I feel like it'd be in her room, but you know, I guess I'll check there first. Wait. Oh, phone.
Tim, it's me again. Since your wife's disappearance, you seem a bit strange.
Oh.
You don't act like yourself lately. We're friends, aren't we? If you need to talk to someone, I'm here, alright? Please call me back. I'm worried.
You sure are acting weird after your wife disappeared. It's almost like that's a common trigger. Haha. Hey. Oh. Check all this. Those boxes aren't nothing. Nothing plus nothing ain't something. You gotta be something. Are we friends? Who are you? Huh? Have I been calling the wrong Tim all these years? You know, Tim, your wife disappeared a whole week ago. You should be over it already. You're not acting like yourself with your wife gone. It's almost like you're worried or something. You know, that's not like you, Tim. I know there's a bigger story purpose. I'm just poking fun at that. Say hi. Oh. Aha, small ladder. Small ladder for accessing things behind or on a cabinet. That's actually not specifically what small ladders are for, but you're telling me that as a hint what I was supposed to be looking for. I was already kind of aware of that, but that's actually not what they're for? I was going to say, why is there a lot of knives stuck in there? Your wife disappeared. Get over it. Let's go out drinking and cruising for women. Yeah. I'm just trying to imagine. Like, imagine somebody was like, hey, it's a stepladder. And then there's like a salesman who's like, yes, your very own stepladder. These small ladders are for ascending things behind or on a cabinet. And you're like, wait, what? That sounds a little bit too specific. Why are you even saying that to me? It's like, well, you know. Well, weird pitch. I know that it's supposed to be a clue in case I'm dumb, like, oh, I didn't fucking know what's behind the cabinet. Is that box up there? But still, this is like, ow.
Tim, it's me again. Since your wife's disappearance, you seem a bit strange.
No, then.
You don't act like yourself lately.
It's all drug-induced hallucination.
We're friends, aren't we? If you need to talk to someone, I'm here, alright? Please call me back. I'm worried.
I think it's inside the main bedroom because of that big cabinet that's over there, but I'm gonna first look over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the main it's either here or the other place. I feel like it's this big cabinet right here, which they're talking about, which I could see behind earlier. Or not? Oh, there it is. Okay. Only just noticed. Ta-da! Yeah, it's actually a really bad spot to hide it. I would notice it when I was laying in bed looking up at the ceiling. Like, wow, what's that?
Okay. This is it. Should come in handy.
Friends who are trying to get you to get over your spouse leaving, dying, vanishing are likely just missing their single friend from their bachelor days. And now, do I get knife combat? No. Well, that actually opened behind me. That's a little bit suspicious to me. Should I go behind me or ahead of me? What do you guys think? I was surprised the door behind me opened so immediately. I guess I'll check behind me first. That actually scared me a little bit. It's a little spooky, not gonna lie. Just a little, though. So, I guess I'm going this way. Nope, just a dead end for a spooky spook scare. Just a dead end for a spooky spook scare. Noises. Head looks cheerful. Well, I don't regret going behind me. There's spooky spooks. Let's see what else there is. I was heading on forward. There was giggling around me. Probably gonna stab Jane on accident. Something's gonna happen. I'll be like, oh, and I'm gonna stab her with this. I'm like, oh no, Jane. Something that just popped out of that, or am I crazy? Oh no, it's the figure lighting there. Okay. Hey. Somebody giggles. Check to the left, check ahead. Oh, there's a little jingle in that room. I'll go to this crevice. Like, where even am I right now? I don't think this is in my house. I wasn't looking up to probably miss the scene of another woman standing there. Thing's making a ruckus outside. That's a sound. Check this side. Okay, before I go forward, I'm actually gonna go back and see what the other fucking dead end was. Oh boy. I know it was a little bit of ways, but my curiosity, you guys know who I am. I'm the fucking aesthetic gamer. Of course I'm gonna go back and check. Where are those giggles? That fan was definitely not a fan. I'm pretty sure the other way is just gonna be a dead end, but I need to confirm it with myself now. I need to burn this house on fire with my candle, and then find my way out with a dagger. Not only would my house be a lot bigger than I thought, but I'm wondering why do we have a whole department of our house dedicated to creepy corridors that have nothing in them but like storage space. But it's like the most inconvenient storage space you can imagine because it's all by itself. Why is there like two different pathways here? Radio going off. They forgot to put on the collision on this correctly, because I can stay on top of it and I can even create it. Alright, so what does this do? Maybe if I click it 600 times, 666 times, it'll open and a ghost will come and scare me. I got bored. Okay. continuing. It's finally kicked in. It's the song from the beginning. Which is probably important. Also, wait, no, I'm just crazy. Let's go this way where spectacular stuff happens. Cross on over this way in the dark, decrepit corners of the earth. I'm trying to figure out what he's doing. Like, I understand, like, imagine what position he's in right now. Like, he has the fucking hands right in front of his face, and, like, he's got the knife and candle, like, just inches from it. He's, like, leering forward so the point of view is closer. And just imagine him walking through the dark super slowly like this. Like, he's doing a fucking Scooby-Doo walk, and he's just, like, it looks like he has his fist up to his face, but instead he's got a candle and a knife there. It's a chant of some talent that I've heard in some other things. It's part of whatever religion that they have there. I forget what it is, because I'm terrible with religion. But yeah. But I've seen it in those Thai horror movies. I've heard those type of chants in those movies, too. Right. I want to check everything. I don't know if this way's right, the other way. Jane, let me stab you. No, I mean, I'm not offended. Like, you know, I'm not particularly a religious person in the first place, so... Because this goes upstairs, I'm led to believe this might be the right way. But I'm gonna first check to see what's under the stairs. I feel like this is probably the right way, but to be fair, I don't actually know that. No, it's another locked door. Okay, so good, this was the wrong way. I was hoping it was, frankly. Well, nothing there. Jane, get me off this crazy thing. Why'd you store a dagger above our bed frame? Are you gonna stab me with a holy ritual? Well, back down this way we go in the creepy darkness of the night. Don't mind me, I'm just holding my candlelight. I hear it growling. Hello, weird thing. Oh, you're like a statue. Coolio, coolio. You're like a weeping angel, I can't take my eyes off you. Okay. Now we find ourselves in another dark corner. This door won't open. Oh, hey, it will open. Well, before I check that, then. Hello, mannequin. Oh, I saw you look at me, mannequin. I wonder how many murder defenses in Thailand and other East Asian countries there was part of a holy ritual. I know what happens. I was just moving along my way in the darkness. The darkness. Those are just curtains. Honey, why'd you put so many things to cover off the area? Makes it hard to maneuver when it's got no electricity like now. You doing fine? You doing fine. Anything back here? More holy ritual stuff. I know what building this is, like in terms of like general location. It's like that one building that nothing much happened in with the crawling thing that didn't actually play much of a role, but yeah. It was the location after you went to the house the first time. Am I locked in? Tell me I'm locked in. Yeah. No turning back now. Let's go forward. Hell, happens in the US? Yes, it does sometimes. I'm like 90% sure it's getting up with me fucking stabbing Jane. Or maybe her stabbing me, because I don't know the daggers, so. Come on, do it a few more times. Be funny to see your grisly, deathly, pale, dead face. I was walking down decrepit aisles. If I was Jane waiting to be stabbed, as I'm 90% sure that's where this is going. Okay, I'm not 100% sure. So I'm back here. I looped. I figured that out. So that's why I blocked this off, because this door probably will open now. Yeah, it's the area I was in earlier, and there's going to be the pot plants there. Now this door will be open, right? Or at least something will happen. I'll continue the chanting. And yep, the door's now open. This area is brighter than all the other rooms, like almost combined. It's like, alright. All the holy water things that they use, I forget the name of them, I don't know what they are. Well, locked here again. If I was moving forward... Oh, they got even the Congo drink. That must be inside a shrine right now. I guess that was the type of location this was. Well, okay. Let's continue with my slow walking speed and decryptic turning points. Is the door open? It will. Nothing else in here? Doesn't seem like it. I can hear the chanting and not just noise. That's interesting. Okay, which way do I think is the right way? Because I want to go the wrong way. I think this way is the wrong way because I look back, so it's going to have that barricade over here. I'm not wrong, but I'll go all the way just to make sure like a scare doesn't trigger. Well, that would have been a really good place for a scare. Well, okay. I'll go on back. Peekaboo, I'm moving forward with you. I guess I'm going to go through the stair entrance next, because that's where the other locked door was. Oh, radio fun. It did sound like a shriek for a second, so that wasn't a bad opening. More traditional Thai music. They're having a good time. I know they want me to go to the right because the stairs are going to be open there, but... You even see a shadow of someone performing a classic dance. It's actually a really nice touch. I'll go there in a second. It's turned its back to me in an odd way this time. I'm gonna check down there just to make sure it's not, if it is or not the right path. I didn't really check even. Yeah, I was enjoying the music and dancing too. I like those sort of things personally, actually. Down the way I go. I guess maybe this will open, or maybe it won't. There was a door here that could be open, so that's why I'm curious. Nope. I guess they were going to try and make you think, yeah, oh, I wish I came in closer to watch the dance. Oh well. It is what it is. Alrighty. Well, I guess this way is actually the right way. That means let's continue. I guess they could do that just to throw you off, make you think they're going to go through the other door that we didn't go through previously, and it's like, oh, nope, actually you're going the same way you just went, just to throw you off a little bit. Keeping on your guessing game. That turned into a real-ass one for a second. That was a good effect. Hear another song. One second. See what these mannequins are doing. They've got a bloody side on them. The mannequins were not bloody last time I was here, so that's definitely a change. Bye to you. Probably would have stopped sooner if I approached it. That's also true, but I think I got a little bit closer and been okay. Actually a monster. Hey, I didn't know. Also, did I scream like Jane? Am I playing Jane right now? Continue. Well, You know, I didn't know if that was just a scare thing. Maybe I can. Oh, maybe I can get closer. See what happens if I get closer to the dancing thing. Depending on where checkpoints me, really. Please don't check me too far back. Okay, this isn't too far back. It's the mannequin thing, actually. So she's actually coming closer, so it'll be a little bit on my feet here. Oh. See, I'm making woman noises like I'm Jane.
Leave me alone!
Oh, I am.
Stay away from me! Any closer and I'll stab you! I said, get away from me!
You sound like Minnie Mouse right now. So I guess we were just playing Jane that sequence. To be continued on episode 2. Okay. I've got some thoughts to share about this game. So, before I played this game, I played 2 games that are way more unknown than this game is, and both released in 2017. This game released in 2017 too. In fact, this game released late 2017. This one was September. Helltown is the other game I'm thinking about. I think that was actually released in September. And then A Girl's Fabric Face, which released in March, I believe, of 2017. Might have been April. So I played A Girl's Fabric Face, I played Helltown, and I played Home Sweet Home. All 3 of these games, Home Sweet Home is the one that had the most attention by far. You can also tell it has the highest production values going for it. And I actually liked Home Sweet Home, but frankly, it was my least favorite of the 3 games I played, and I like it. I do. I enjoyed playing it. I played it to the end, and I still enjoyed my way through. And I'm looking forward well enough to episode 2, but I had a fair number of issues with this game, and a few fair things I actually liked about it. There was some good, I would call them hidden scare scenes, because I explored a lot. I saw a number of them. I'm not going to say I saw close to all of them, because I don't really know. But there was a lot of interesting things if you just did what the game didn't expect you to do, which I enjoyed. I think the mechanics were good. One of my favorite mechanics I don't see very often is the right mouse button to sort of peek around edges. That actually adds a lot to a hide-and-seek horror game. Like, I haven't really seen it in many hide-and-seek horror games. Usually when you're in a hide-and-seek horror game, you're just kind of caught to, one spot, and you can't really look around too much. Or not, at least not to the level this game allows you to do. In my opinion, that's actually a very brilliant mechanic to the hide-and-seek thing, because it allows you to easier peer around corners, peer off hiding spots. You can just kind of look around when you're doing stuff. It's a useful and well-appreciated mechanic I haven't really seen too often, and I think is a good addition to these type of games. The next thing which I can say about is that I like some of the there was 2 stalker monsters in this. There was the stalker box cutter ghost girl that we saw, and then there was the giant kaiju monster thing. I wish there was a little bit more variety, but at the very least, at least the kaiju giant monster thing had scenarios that were kind of unique, and also, his type of thing isn't seen in these type of hide-and-seek horror games very often. So I appreciate that originality. Some of the puzzles were fun. There's one which I think is a little bit bullshitty, but we solved it, so I guess whatever. Most of them were enjoyable, though. The story was okay. Most of the voice acting was okay. I actually think Jane was the worst voice character there, so way to go out with her for a moment. There was also a few memorable scenes and things I like. I look back at some of the scenes of this game fairly fondly. Now, with all this said, I do have some issues with it. The biggest one is some of the things to do with the pacing and design. Okay, so there are some sections of this game which are honestly a bit more trial and error than they should be, and I think some of the checkpointing gets in the way. Given, I understand that adds to a challenge and a threat to not want to die, and I can appreciate that to some extent, but unfortunately, a lot of it comes to memorize what the game wants you to do and then pull it off, and then if you can pull it off, then congrats, you win. If you don't, then you have to sort of struggle and figure out what the game wants you to do, sort of deal. And the game sometimes makes this happen by breaking sort of your own strategic planning, which I guess you do sort of plan on the fly as you go, which is kind of good, but Unfortunately, the AI of the box cutter ghost woman is that she changes her pathing based on where you personally are standing and where you currently are with your objective. Give me 1 second, I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to do that off microphone. Okay. And I wouldn't have figured that out, but she appears way too often. Like, I don't think that she's a bad antagonist. Her AI is decent, even though I figured out how it worked and all that. The problem is there's so much overexposure to her, and the thing is, the game does not let up. Like, I first appreciate the game's variety when it switched from her to the giant ghost. And the weird thing is the game didn't like even alterate the giant ghost and her. She appeared at the very beginning, then it switched to the giant ghost, and the giant ghost was your stalker for just a little bit. He didn't overstay his welcome really, all of his encounters were interesting enough. But then the game fucking pushes her for the rest of the game, for like the second half of this game, and it's just encounter with her after encounter with her after encounter with her again and again. I guess there was the demons that are spotlight people, so I forgot I mentioned it on the monster side, but those are more assist for her than they are their own unique entity. I mean, they are their own unique entity. They serve a different function, but they're basically just attachments to her. Anyways. But having to encounter her again and again and again is both tedious, gets you way too familiar with her, so I'm not really scared with her towards the end. Not to mention, I got to a point where I basically had figured out exactly how she works. I was like, oh, well, I can abuse this for my own game, which I did, as you all saw. And the giant monster sort of reminded me of the Scarecrow boss fight in Arkham Asylum, by the way. Well, that's one thing to say. Way too much overexposure with her, and they just throw scenario after scenario after scenario with her. And then add to this other things. The story, I don't dislike it, and I'm not going to say I fully understand where the story is going, but I feel like I've got a few ideas of where it might be headed, and to that end, it seems like a Thai horror story, and I enjoy Thai horror movies, so I'm not even really saying that as a bad thing, but it's kind of unsatisfying with how they decide to end it here. It kind of felt like the story came secondhand to the narrative stuff, which isn't. It's not terrible for an episodic game, but that, like what we just saw here, wasn't a satisfying cliffhanger. Like, I'm going to check out the second episode because I'm a horror enthusiast, but if I'm going to be honest, nothing about that cliffhanger made me go, oh my goodness, wow, that really struck with me. Now I need to find out what happens in the next episode. Like, maybe I'm just being a little bit cynic here. Maybe other people experienced that when I didn't, but I don't think there was anything about that cliffhanger that made me think, wow, what an amazing cliffhanger. I can't wait to see what happens in episode 2. Like, I mean, I guess it's kind of cool we got to see finally a new monster, but the only reason that was kind of cool was because we fucking were facing the same monster again and again and again and again in this fucking thing. And she didn't even really seem like she functioned differently. She just kind of looked like she did more of the same. She looked different at different noises. I guess she's got that going for her. I kind of like her thematic better than Box Cutter Ghost, but anyways, I digress. And then, frankly, the pacing is kind of over the place, and the game, even though I don't mind it as much, like I kind of actually enjoyed. I guess the main way for me to say this is I enjoyed the core mechanics of the game. Like, I thought the core mechanics were better than your average hide-and-seek horror game. There was some interesting twists, and the look-around mechanic, which actually plays into a few different things, actually is a pretty genius way to handle it. And sometimes level design is good, but unfortunately the pacing is borked, and I feel like they could have done more interesting things with their mechanics, but they played it way too safe, way too often. I understand they're probably like a small indie studio that was working with a small budget, and probably like just animating that one ghost girl took a lot of time and budget for them. I understand that. But frankly, she way overstayed her welcome. And also we go through the same sort of locations again and again, which was another budgetary feeling type thing, which makes enough sense, but I'm not even saying I dislike the game being 5 to 7 hours. I guess I enjoyed it all the way through, which is why I feel weird saying this. I don't actually dislike this game. I understand the game was pulling a lot from PET Outlast Amnesia and mixing them with their own Thai sensibilities and ideas. And I think it's a pretty okay game to stand by those. It's got good production values for what it is. I think that's part of the reason why it's done so well is because it obviously has good production values. Also, the Thai gaming development scene is pretty limited, so it's nice to have some more horror games from Thai. I would even say I enjoy the Thai elements of this game, but then again, I generally do enjoy Thai horror, so that's a benefit for me, I suppose. But in the end of the day, at the end of all of this, I guess my ultimate opinion is I enjoyed it, but there was a lot of things about it which frustrated or bewildered me as a design decision. Like, is this what you fucking decided to go with? And things which I think definitely do drag down the experience, not to make me hate it. The reason I'm speaking negatively is because generally I have weird feelings toward this game where my opinion is actually generally positive. I'm like, okay, I liked it, but I feel like it could have done so much more to win me more over. Like, I played Helltown and Girls Fabric Face and this again, and this ended up being my least favorite of the three. I think I would place a Girls Fabric Face and Helltown above this game. I played all three of them in succession, so... And this one definitely has the highest production values of those three, but the other two games I think are executed better. Even though this game has the potential to have been better than those two, it just didn't live up to it due to how it's designed and it's paced. Anyways, that's my whole opinion. What do we got? Do we got a teaser for the next episode? Nope. Well, that was Home Sweet Home. What does the chapter select look like? The nightmare begins. Home sweet home, deep in the shadow. Hopeless circle. Cursed bloodlust. Dead end. So let's see what I did not collect. I needed to collect one more item in The Nightmare Begins. I needed to collect one more item in Home Sweet Home. I need to collect 4 more items in Deep in the Shadow. I need to collect 1 more Jane's Diary in Hopeless Circle. I needed to collect 3 more items in Cursed Bloodlust. I needed to collect nothing else in Dead End. Okay. Before I cut this off, I'm gonna see if it's like any Steam guy. Like, oh yeah, it's where the fucking thing is. How does to unlock the prison safe? I already did that earlier. Do you get anything for collecting all the photos? I don't know. I'm gonna fucking check this on the Steam discussion boards. Really, the video series is over. I might cut this off if on the YouTube side I'm like, yeah, this didn't really result in anything. But depends. I might still keep it all the same because I'm lazy. Say hi. I'm not happy. No way I can tell you it's episode. There's no release date for episode 2. Too much trial and error. Episode still in VR mode. Okay, well this isn't what I'm looking for. I want to see... Did the game that fucking do anything? Is there like more than one ending? I feel like there isn't more than one ending. I was wondering like maybe collecting all that would make a difference, but I feel like that's probably not true. I'm so disappointed in the ending episode. Difficulty. Odds of this game is episodic. People are like, wait, that was my... If I didn't know it was episodic, then my response to complaining it too, but yeah. Well, this has been Home Sweet Home. I did enjoy it, despite me having definitely several quibbles with it, but all the same. Until next time, I shall bid adieu to all of you. Leave the game, yeah, I'm gonna fucking leave the game. Oh well. Still liked it though.